기자가 했으니까 마이크 그 앞에 가시면 아니 손 드는 거 없어. 그게 잡음이 안 나지.
이성균 프리크가 많이 올라왔었는데요. 올렸습니다. 네, 기분 좋아요. 네, 들어가자. 무릎이 쳐. 자, 분위기 전환 해야 되죠. 추경에 관련된 진짜 많습니다. 시간이 없습니다.
He's taking competition for Uruguay in recent times. Kim to put it forward for South Korea. No, the chase on the right hand side. He's come into the side together. He's Wang Jan has a hamstring injury, didn't make it. He would have probably started. Aulika with that face mask, but he hasn't played at all since it happened in the Champions League game on November the 1st against Marseille. Solidity takes it on, with a knee post flipped on. Roche is the goalkeeper these days for Uruguay. He's taken over the role from Fernando Mullera. That had to be dealt with, really. With Nunez closing in and Valverde too.
Yeah, we've seen some cagey tactical matches early in this tournament where teams are happy to sit off, defend, be organized. This looks like tonight's going to be the opposite. Korea going after Uruguay in the first minute. Uruguay reciprocating. This could be two teams just going at each other for 90 minutes. Should be fun to watch.
Diego Alonso there for Inter Miami. Coach, it didn't work out too well for him there, but it has with Uruguay. He rescued what looked to be an ailing campaign. They had to win their last 4 games to make it through. When they took over, they were in 7th place and on their way to not qualifying, which would have been pretty sensational. Caceres with the header. From 5 players in their squad, appearing in their 4th World Cup. Figo Godin is up there again, the grizzled warrior of a defender. And Korea again, fast start from them. Hwang In-boom in possession there in midfield as the playmaker he plays here in Doha for Al Saad. So midfield looking for the return ball there. He's Son. That scored twice in the group of the last World Cup. Lee Jae-sung. This is Kim Min-jae of Napoli. The only player to appear in all 18 qualifiers. Yeah, 18. Uruguay had 18 as well. The South American qualifying must be the toughest on the planet.
Yeah, it's ruthless. And from where Uruguay were when Diego Alonso got there to where they finished in 3rd behind just Argentina and Brazil was really remarkable.
Looking for that return ball. Kim Jin-soo on that side. Loves to get forward, cultured left back. South Korea. They only let in 3 goals under Paulo Bento, their coach of the last 4 years, Portuguese coach. 3 goals conceded in the 10 final round of qualifying games. That is impressive. It's got pretty well organised. Some people looking at them have thought, well, they're playing a little too pedantically, a little bit too slowly, possession-based game, which some observers feel it doesn't quite suit their usual style. We'll see, won't we?
Well, with the ball, that's fine. You can be calm. But I'll tell you what, early signs, when the ball turns over and they're defending, they are so aggressive defending what's in front of them and going after Uruguay.
We've already seen two sensational performances from Asian nations today as well. Japan beating Germany, Saudi Arabia upsetting Argentina. Easily that's up by Oliveira. It's Nunez who does an express pace. Coming up a 2-goal performance as well for Liverpool in the last Premier League game before the break against Southampton.
This is really smart from Nasong Ho. He's going to have his hands full of helping out, and I can promise you he'll be asked to help back. But if Darwin Nunez slips away from you, foul him and the play, keep it there.
The problem for Uruguay as well is can they get the blend right between the new wave and the old experienced guard led there by Diego Godin. La Liga winner for Atletico Madrid, scoring the Champions League final for Atletico Madrid in his past. Valverde on the header. Caceres to looking forward towards Facundo Pellistri, who's an interesting selection. He hasn't made his debut yet for Manchester United, so he plays in the World Cup before he plays a club game in England. That's really positive. I think he's going to be getting this surprise chance today. Now Sang Ho.
We were a little surprised that Sang Ho was going to be in the lineup tonight, but he's made an early impression. A couple of good defensive plays, fouls. Then really clever to get by Oliveira here. Wins a corner for South Korea.
Taken again by Son. Has been training for several days in that carbon fibre mask, so I guess he's getting used to it by now. Might be a bit tricky when you're going up for a header.
You heard Carly talk about it in the studio. Training versus playing is totally different. So see how as the match goes on.
Different level of intensity there. It's a fast-paced start to the game. Jung Woo-young trying to turn it back in for South Korea.
This pace keeps up. We're in for a treat tonight because it is frantic right now.
Frantic and pretty hot in here as well. This Education City Stadium. Get used to how close all the stadia are at this World Cup. So close that quite a lot of the fans are managing to see 2 games in a day. Again, well defended by Uruguay. Valverde, I should say, was far away. They're looking for a break here with Nunez. That's a good job over on that side of King Room Farmhouse. Trying to keep tabs on his pace. One thing he won't want to do is have Nunez running at him and getting a chance to beat him in a foot race down that side. Is Oliveira. And Suarez looking for the 1-2. Suarez, of course, has made so many World Cup headings. Not as quick as he used to be, probably not as good as he used to be playing now in Argentina for Sarsfield.
Watch how quickly he reads this. He reads the danger, quickly over, puts out the fire.
He's always given the impression that he wouldn't give away a goal in a kickabout in the back garden with his kids. No problem with the march, just the armband. No, again, has made a great start. Looks like he'll place his own in this World Cup, even if Wang Hee-chan of Wolverhampton Wanderers is fit again soon. First World Cup in a long while without a man they used to call El Maestro, Oscar Tabarez, who was in charge of Uruguay, did a wonderful job for 15 years. Generous like him as well, he used to give them the team 3 days ahead of the game. Wasn't worried about it, let the opposition worry, he said. With everybody else, it's a state secret, isn't it, Landon?
It's crazy what they do. So against the grain.
The first time he did it at the 2010 World Cup, they got to the semi-finals, and Diego Forlan was the player of the tournament. Didn't do much harm.
First time he did it, everyone probably thought he was lying.
They probably did, yeah. You know how cynical radio media people can be.
여기 안 돼요, 안 돼. 여기 덮어가.
Right to start here by the South Koreans, for sure.
It's interesting when you come into a World Cup, the draw comes out, and people make up their mind as to how the games are going to go, how the tournament's going to go. The players are the ones who decide that, and early on, South Korea said, we don't care if everyone thinks we're an underdog, we're not going to play like that. So far, I think they've been the better side.
With aggressive intentions. Son Heung-min. Uruguay will certainly be aware of the fact that he has that face mask on, and won't be too shy about maybe roughing him up here and there, I don't think.
Probably going to see a lot more of this vertical direct. Cáceres is the experienced, wily vet, knows how to deal with those moments, but that'll be really fun to watch the rest of the day.
Luis Suarez not in the game at all so far. Good-looking ball in the line. Flick that might have made the difference. Not quite. Son Heung, the goalkeeper who went to the last World Cup as the number 1 but never played. They ended up with their number 3 keeper between the sticks. Didn't work out too well. Lost to Sweden first game, lost to Mexico second game, beat Germany last game, but it wasn't enough, and 3 points is very rarely enough. Everybody will be well aware of that as we do the maths in the various groups as the plot thickens. Away by Kim Jung-kwon. This fast speed. He's outside. Wang Yin-bun. Way by Cody. Here's Luis Suarez. 35 in his 4th World Cup, 7 goals he's delivered. Not to mention a red card and white marks in Giorgio Chiellini, for which he was banned 9 months. Jimenez, the old firm reunited back there for Uruguay, played hundreds of games together at Atletico Madrid. This is Vecino, holding player in midfield. They have Tottenham's Rodrigo Bentancur in that midfield as well. Valverde too. Valverde looks like he's being deployed a little further forward, as he often is for Real Madrid.
And I'm watching South Korea. And then
just a little too much time. His World Cup debut here.
When they're defending in their half, they're in a 4-4-2 with Son coming back basically as a left midfielder. And when they win the ball, transition into a 4-3-3. Their counter pressing and just their sheer ability to close the final yard is so good, and it's caught Uruguay a few times.
South Korea have lost 6 of their last 7 World Cup matches, the exception being that I told you about against Germany in Kazan. Crazy Kazan, they called it, in Russia. Argentina went out there, Brazil went out there, Germany went out there.
This is really good by Korea as Jinsu makes a run down the left side. At that point, Sun come inside. Makes it difficult. Policia's going to have to track him because the Koreans are happy to bomb forward with their outside backs.
Let's go on Fox. All-star lineup really. Ronaldo in Portugal facing Ghana in their opening match, followed by Neymar and Brazil against Serbia. That's all next on Fox. It's quite the Thanksgiving feast. Yeah, it's a big feast, yeah. They didn't even give us a turkey sandwich. Not yet, anyway. I think it's a bit early for the turkey, isn't it? Yeah, let's have a look. You were mentioning the trimmings as well, weren't you? Kim In-jae. No, it's just called, stays down. He experienced that back in this turn to midfield by Hwang Kim Moon-hwan.
A lovely turn from Mike. He is their playmaker in the middle there. He showed a bit of his quality. But Korea continue to get more and more joy, starting to put Uruguay under a little bit of pressure.
One of those teams that Uruguay just seem to find a way of getting things done. Certainly at this stage of World Cups over the years. I remember them playing Egypt 4 years ago, and Jimenez, who's playing today, central defence, got the winner for them in the 89th minute, and he played that well at all. They got the points for this. He's been in very sharp form for Real Madrid, and took that one quickly.
This is so hard to defend a run from this deep from a midfielder. South Korean back line gets caught out of shape. The first touch is excellent. And nearly did what Batshuayi did yesterday for Belgium. Half volley on the left foot. Just over the bar.
Shot, wasn't it? Toni Kroos, his midfield partner, or one of his midfield partners at Real Madrid, thinks he's now one of the top 3 midfield players in the world. I think he's going to be a runner for midfield, isn't he? He's trying to play the early ball, Hwang In-bum. So he'll be the player with the job of being the creative spark in there for South Korea. on Suarez and kept that alive. He's slipped away out of harm's way by now. Portugal and Ghana also in this group. This is the first time we've seen these two teams, and very soon we'll have seen all 32 of them. You'll have formed your own first impressions. Sometimes first impressions can be a bit misleading at the World Cup.
Germany and Argentina certainly hope so.
Yeah, we have a lot of work to do, particularly Germany, who have to play Spain next. Lose that, and they could be looking for an early plane ride home again. Here's Valverde dropping deeper this time. Still playing it long. Not taken back. This goes down in the box.
Slowly but surely, Uruguay are playing their way into the game. And they're doing it through vertical running behind the Korean back line. They're just tuning out. It's causing them big problems. Get the wires crossed again here, Suarez.
Indians couldn't make contact. One or two danger signals flashing, I would say, for that South Korean defense in the last 5 minutes or so.
Well, left side of their back line, Jinsu and Youngwon caught twice now in the last minute or so. Nearly led the goals.
Nunez has gone more central now, and Suarez out left. I think they might just make that switch from time to time. Nunez is comfortable in either role. His fee could rise to over $100 million. Benfica to Liverpool. He's delivered 9 goals so far for his new club. Godin, Caceres, another one playing in his 4th World Cup. They've seen it all, really, some of these Uruguayans. Jimenez to hit it long towards Alistri. They couldn't quite get it, Nunez nicked it back for his team. This is a better spell for Uruguay, just starting to exert a measure of control now. It's Bentancur, fixture in the Tottenham Hotspur side. Team Caceres. South Korea not being tempted out of shape here as Uruguay just knocking around among themselves at the back. That defence might take a bit of unlocking. It certainly did in qualifying, but Uruguay's another level again from 2-0.
So now Uruguay has started building a back three. Vecino is helping when he can, but it's allowing Valverde and Bentancur to basically go wherever they want to get the ball. And South Korea better start putting some pressure on the ball because Uruguay have realized long vertical direct balls are giving them all sorts of problems. And Uruguay are certainly in the ascendancy now. A really deep drop line here from South Korea. Makes it difficult. Put a lot of pressure on the goal with the right service.
Valverde to play it in, and South Korean defence is happy enough to concede the corner. Jimenez there is on the post looking for it.
The challenge with defending this deep is that the duel happens so close to your goal. you start your block line a lot higher. The challenge usually happens around the 18-yard line. So when you do miss a header like this, it goes out for a corner versus you getting to it and clearing it.
Here comes the Uruguay corner. Messina went up for it, didn't win the header though. So they'll go back and they'll redesign the attack. Oliveira. Nunez. Covering.
Well, I can see why they opted for Sun there. But Wang Huizhou was wide open down the middle of the field. Little skill check here. This is a really dangerous ball. Puts the back line under all sorts of pressure. Yeah, good clearance by Oliveira.
Good break that though by South Korea. Switched the play very, very sharply indeed from one end to the other. He's Bentancur.
대한민국! 대한민국! 나나나나나!
Everything right, except the way out pass. That's a big, big missed opportunity for Uruguay. That should have been in the back of the net.
Yeah, they have the overload. Don't forget tomorrow, Black Friday brings a game everybody's been looking forward to. US against England, coverage beginning at 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. that is Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific.
People should be rolling out of bed about that time, hungover from the turkey, perhaps some alcoholic beverages, ready to watch a phenomenal game tomorrow.
It's Ministry has been brought into this club because of his ability to dribble with the ball and provide that kind of width. Slightly more attacking Uruguay maybe than it was under Tavares at times.
Here's a look again at this break. The timing is right, just the weight of the pass. Let's Oliveira down. He puts that in the right spot. You have to put a lot of money on Nunez hitting the back of the net there.
It really was a ball goal, wasn't it? As well, Nunez in good goal scoring form would have fancied that had it been laid into his path. This one that got away for Uruguay and a bit of an escape for the South Koreans. South Korea have only won 3 of 27 World Cup games when they weren't hosts. In other words, in 2002, the year they got to the semi-final as co-hosts. So not great travellers, even if they do regularly get to the finals.
No, but I'll tell you what, that World Cup, I was fortunate enough to play in '02, and having some memories today when I hear the fans chanting.
It was a very good World Cup, wasn't it?
Really was. And playing South Korea in South Korea is one of the highlights of my career. The whole stadium was dressed in red, chanting in unison.
And he was playing for Portugal at that World Cup. Paulo Bento, now the coach of South Korea. Right through the side, trying to get both fullbacks forward as often as they can. South Korea, we've seen some raids on the other side by Kim Jin-soo. little more deeply in the midfield ahead of Wang Yingbo beside him. Kim Min-jae. Beautiful surfaces here in this World Cup. It's velvet stuff, isn't it? Silky to play on. Of course, points are very hard to get. We've seen that already, apart from a couple of pretty one-sided matches.
We were down on the pitch in the pre-game pit, and man, every player loves to play on a field like this.
I think you've got your adrenaline racing. I thought you were going to get your boots out again.
Nobody wants to see that, I promise.
Bet on that, by the way.
Maybe my luck.
Just a quieter spell for South Korea, and they could do with that as well. Dean in charge is picked up in that midfield. Busy number 6 Wang Yingbo.
Well, Korea don't necessarily want to be as direct as they've been at times, but they've done a great job of just picking up the second ball. In this case, it was Wang Yingbo. When you win that second ball, it allows you to create numerical advantages, and that time they were able to get a decent service in and put the Uruguay back line under some pressure.
Great support for both teams here. South Koreans. They have 14 of their players in the squad, 14 of the 26 actually play in their domestic league, the K-League. Different story for Uruguay. Most of their big players European-based. Is now Kim Min-jae is in control of everything there. The back alongside is under Kim Yong-gun. Very well played. Well defended by Bentang, who read the danger. Patient build-up from South Korea. It's always been the case in their World Cup history. What's a chance?
What a chance indeed. Great play on the right side for Korea. And technically, aside from Son, if he wanted us to have on Son's side, it would have been that man, Wang Yingbo, pulls off perfectly and couldn't keep it over under the bar. He was leaning back here, and when you lean back, the propensity is that it's going to rise on you a bit. He's going to see that one in his nightmares tonight, I promise you.
Yeah. Winning his 50th cap, by the way, today. He's got 16 goals for his country. Not a bad return. He's in Greece for Olympiacos. First sight of goal for him, and I think you'd have to say, Laden, you know far better than me, he snatched at the chance, really.
A little bit, yeah. He was excited, understandably so. But I mean, there's no excuse here. At least need to hit the target, make Rocher make a save, the worst case scenario.
And those faces tell the story. They might not get too many opportunities, much bigger or better than that. I'm thinking that something like that happened at the other end, and Luis Suarez was on the end of the chance. It might have been a different story. often been the difference in tight matches in the group phase of the World Cup. Martin Caceres often more appreciated by his country than some of the clubs he's played for. Experience everywhere you look around that back line. Uruguay. And they're able to keep that one in.
I was speaking earlier about Uruguay are building, and when they initially started, Oliveira, Jimenez, and Godin formed the back three. Cáceres high and wide on the right, leaving Núñez here on the left. And now they've actually altered it the other way. So now Cáceres, Godin, and Jimenez are the three, and Oliveira is providing the width here on the left. And move Núñez to the other side.
You couldn't say either team have been on top though. It's ebbed and flowed. Any periods of pressure from both. It's Godin, now 36 years of age. Jose Jimenez. It's just very, very patient groping from Uruguay. Just looking to see if there is one vertical ball they could catch out the South Korea defence with. Lee Street to play it inside. Jimenez with Robert Hurry, panicking going to touch. That was the end of that. Probably about 50 passes around the back line, which came to nothing.
Less than nothing. It's a South Korean throw.
It's the turn of World Cup. Tonight, all day's highlights, special guests, and World Cup fun with KW, OAU, and America's World Cup fan, Jed Ochocinco, who gives us his big fan experience in going out to the games and feeling what it's like, testing the mood. It's all on tonight on Fox. 0-0 here then. Opening encounter in Group H. Uruguay have been hard to assess previously, and they could be dangerous if they can get the blend right. The new wave players can start with long range shots on the optimistic side from one right back.
Actually, they give us Mike and Long. You can tell he scored some goals with that sort of technique because he had the ambition and the confidence to take it. Got underneath it.
Illegal. Suarez has gone home to South America and to make sure he's playing. Defending that, a lot of players thought they couldn't quite pick the right pass to unlock the Uruguayan defence.
Oh!
I said it earlier, when they do play direct, South Korea doing a fantastic job picking up the second balls, beating Vecino Valverde and Betancourt down the field. And that's where they've got some of their biggest chances.
Big crowd here at Education City, which is exactly where you want to see to all these stadiums. It's the World Cup, after all. 5 minutes to half time. Two times champions with 4 stars on their shirt. Another couple because they won 2 Olympic Games before the World Cup ever started. And those are regarded as senior world championships by FIFA. Just given away there, winning. Uruguay just gone a little flat. Pretty used to playing with each other after all. It is a very long qualifying process in Asia. She runs thousands of miles of air travel because a lot of it this time in this cycle was done during COVID times. Not easy, not for anybody. In Song Heung-min, got about 30 advertising deals going on back home apparently. They all want to endorsing their products. Asian doesn't mind, neither does he.
I think he's good just fine.
Feed it through again, but it's flipped away by Matheus Oliveira. Here's now the Werner looking for the early ball for Calistri, Suarez and Nunez.
Oh, got it.
It's that problem of getting the last ball right. We've seen it in other games.
Yeah, let's let Uruguay down a little bit here, but this is so good from Jung Woo-young. Tracking back there, plays that matter a little bit more than others in a World Cup. You put that kind of effort in to get back and put out the fire. So appreciated by your team.
And a good play by a midfield player who, as a kid, was on the books of Bayern Munich for a while. Good headers of the ball. Waiting
Just going to say how long this Korean zone is. Not sure I've seen 7 in a semicircle like that, and they nearly got punished for it.
Lucky.
comes out to Oliveira here. Thumped against the post by Diego Godin. What a moment that was for Uruguay. We get Portugal, Ghana, Brazil, Serbia coming up next on Fox. First look at Brazil. Most people's favourites to win the competition. Jimenez, who scored in the 2014 Champions League final against Real Madrid. And Atletico Madrid's team held that lead until the final seconds were pegged back and then beaten in extra time, agonizingly for him and them. Oliveira. It's another tight battle. Good play by Nunez. Lucky was fouled. That'll be a free kick given.
So good from Nunez. Touch, chop. And again, another smart foul here by White. You don't want Nunez running at your back line in space. Here's another look at that chance. I'll get back to that.
As the ball is played in, we'll see what happens with this attack. Calistri now. Bentancur. Just a minute or so to be added on. Finger Nova header. And Godin's up there again. He might keep that one in play. Yeah, just 1 minute added time. That's almost unheard of at this one.
Here's that chance again. Olivera with the left foot. Hard to hit that ball when you're going away from goal, but just to follow South Korea's zone on the corner. The reason it's so difficult to defend that is you're allowing guys like Godin, Suarez, Jimenez a free run at the ball. And nobody bumped him on that play. Godin had a free header from about 9 yards out. Should have scored.
Well, squalls of pressure from both teams. No great his whistle go down, striking the post in the closing seconds of the half. And at half time, goalless between.
나가고 있어요. 살아있어요. 계속 하고 있어요.
잠깐 자리에 좀 앉아주십시오. 죄송합니다. 잠깐 자리에 앉아 계세요. 자, 교민 여러분, 오늘 우리가 이 월드컵을 위해서 많은 분들이 오실사하고 저희들이 축구협회에서는 홍보를 많이 했는데 오늘 사정상 이렇게 저조하게 왔습니다. 모두 우리가 일어나서 한국의 이태원 참사에 대해서 묻념을 시가했습니다. 일어나세요, 전부. 묻념 시작. 바로 오늘 우리 교포를 위한 응원전을 KBS 이정민 아나운서도 이 자리에 참석했습니다. 이정민 아나운서에게 박수로 환영합니다. 다음 28일 날 같은 장소 이 장소에 8시에 또 응원전을 할 거고요. 10월 2일 날 10시 오전 10시에 같은 장소에서 또 할 겁니다. 많이 홍보하셔서 많이 참석 부탁합니다. 감사합니다. 그리고 연합회 스티븐 이 회장님께서 우리 교포 중에 응원을 제일 잘하는 사람을 드리라고 이렇게 공을 선수했습니다. 오늘 이 자리에 우리 한국 태극기를 걸머씩 나온 우리 아가씨 나오세요. 네. 먹고
회장님 노래 한번 시키죠.
링크가 우리 다 돌렸어.
안녕하십니까. 오랜만이에요.
Three final days of just confirmed. This is fantastic. And oh, now, one other delivery on
Thanksgiving in big highlight of the season.
It's a big stage 5.
This is Giants Cowboys. This is a great run. Today on Fox.
This is an exciting U.S. team. They're young, they're hungry, they're led by
West, best out.
Pulling it in, lays it off, cutting it back. What a finish!
When the details take precedence, the rest falls perfectly into place. We strip away everything but the essential, and what we're left with are thoughtful bedrooms for modern living. Fumo.
This is Fubo TV. It's a better way to watch live news, shows, and sports without cable. Watch multiple games at once with multi-view. Try it free at FuboTV.com.
A thin sweet bite and the Oreo thins.
The 2022 World Cup halftime show on FS1, presented by Verizon.
Visions of a deeper here in Qatar, but they are scoreless in their opener against South Korea. Jake with us, Kelly, Carly, and we're here with you. Sixth game to be scoreless at the break at this World Cup. Second one we've had today. And the big story for South Korea, they're coming back with that carbon fiber mass, getting the go from the opening. Let's pick this one up in the 19 minutes.
Yeah, turn it all over the top. I like that touch. But Verde, he's got to do it much better there. I think everyone's for that. Well worked play, comes into the middle of the park. Out it goes again. Look at this cross, inch perfect cross. But who are we, Joe One? You've got to do better there, mate. Get your head down. You were absolutely right. Have an opportunity to get your team 1-0 up.
Mate.
You want to run it up right there.
Well, if you can't get a goal on the run of play, set pieces can be a huge asset. Diego Godin, right as time. You heard Landon on the broadcast. You got that much separation, that kind of precision. You got to pick a corner, find the back of the net. Doesn't execute now.
Darwin Nunez, the man paired up top with Luis Suarez. How do you evaluate his 45?
Strikers, you guys know, you get evaluated based on finding the back of the net. He's done some good running, found himself in some good positions. Here the ball gets sprayed wide. He beats the defender, gets into the right spot, and then just maybe takes his eye off the ball just slightly. And as we've seen throughout the course of this tournament, these are the moments. They get magnified when we take them, they get magnified when we don't take them. And then another situation here in transition. This one I can't go for because, again, he does everything he's supposed to do, gets himself into a dangerous position. But the way the pass is up, he doesn't get a chance to get a shot.
I remember Edinson Cavani sitting there on the bench, able to come on for Uruguay. Remember Uruguay had eliminated Portugal in the round of 16 4 years ago. Cristiano Ronaldo and company beginning this World Cup against Ghana. We'll get you ready for that one next.
That's off the front of the new house. See more people left behind than Nancy.
Well, sitting on homeowner's insurance with Geico's help was pretty fun too.
Oh, it's time to go, son.
I left a ton of stuff on her.
Well, enjoy your house.
Oh, thank you. Geico can help you save on homeowners and renters insurance.
Good morning, America! All across the country, we're getting up early this year. Whether you're repping La Cultura, your team is out for the count,
2026 estaremos de vuelta.
or you need the world to know this is our year. Because the beautiful game
belongs to all of us.
Get Google Pixel 7 or Pixel 7 Pro complete with qualifying training.
Señoras y señores, it's Walmart's Black Friday Deals for Days. Shop deals Monday online at 7 p.m. and find hot deals in store Friday at 6 a.m. local.
Moderate to severe eczema still disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it disrupts my skin with itch. It disrupts my skin with rash. But now, I can disrupt eczema with Rinvoq. Rinvoq is not a steroid, topical, or injection. It's one pill, once a day, that's effective without topical steroids. Many taking Rinvoq saw clear or almost clear skin, while some saw up to 100% clear skin. Plus, they felt fast itch relief, some as early as 2 days. That's Rinvoq relief.
Rinvoq can rare ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal, cancers, including lymphoma and skin cancer, death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occur. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema.
Talk to your doctor about Limbo.
Learn how happy
대한민국 대한민국 대한민국
So satisfying.
I have something for you too. Let's give him a minute.
So is this stuff really fresh?
Yes. I mean, yeah, we don't have freezers, we don't have microwaves. We always have fresh stuff coming in. I mean, this is the best block that you can get.
Fresh is what you stand for.
Definitely.
The 2022 FIFA World Cup halftime show on FS1 is presented by Verizon.
Well, World Cup coverage continues later over on Fox. Portugal seeking a strong start over in Group H, playing as Cristiano Ronaldo making his way inside Stadium 974 for his showdown with Ghana, moving into 118 for international goals. They are also in action for Brazil, as if the state wasn't star-studded enough. Dak and the Cowboys taking on Saquon and the Giants. That one is still to come later today on Fox. Your first half moment sponsored by Verizon. No goals yet between Uruguay and South Korea. That might have been the best opportunity for the Asian side. Second 45 coming your way on the backside.
My secret is totally ghosting.
You need a better network. 'Tis the season to switch to Verizon. They'll give you the new iPhone 14 Pro.
Amazing. So,
Plus, Verizon gives you another Apple gift too, like Apple Watch SE, iPad, Beats Fit Pro.
all for me.
No, Scrooge.
This Black Friday weekend, get our best deal of the year. Only Verizon gives you the new iPhone 14 Pro, plus an Apple gift like Apple Watch SE, iPad, and Beats Fit Pro, all on us. That's a value of up to $1,900. Verizon.
Imagine experiencing the intensity, the passion, and the spectacle of the greatest tournament on earth every single year. Soccer's top teams, all battling to be crowned champion of champions. Not for country, but for club. World-class coverage of world-class soccer. Don't stop watching. The UEFA Champions League. Stream every match exclusively on Paramount Plus.
Now what? You say it when things go wrong. At Prudential, we think you should say it when things go right, too. Like when you score your dream job. So your business. Or discover she's smart, really smart. Now what? Here's what. You connect with Prudential's rock-solid team serving over 50 million people with investment, insurance, and retirement know-how. Who's your rock? Visit Prudential.com or speak to an advisor today.
What's up? I'm Paul Wright, fitness trainer. New Stomach Performance Shorts are next level. Fit, perfect for my legs. Fabric, soft. Pop on the side, it's perfect for my keys, chopstick, and my phone at the same time. You take these shorts to the gym, back home, and back out to your hands. The Sunday short is truly my everyday short.
Easy credit building, early payday, fee-free overdrafts. It's banking the way it should be. Chime, the #1 most loved banking app.
I can't wait to get this digitally. And a lot of time, it's Masters' biggest breaking season.
Oh my God, we're doing horrible.
The Masters Wednesdays on Fox and watch it anytime on Hulu.
Welcome back. We're in Education City as darkness falls on Doha. Uruguay facing South Korea. Goalless so far in this Group H opener, but Diego Godin hitting the post for Uruguay in the closing moments of the first half. It was interesting hearing Rob Stone talking there about Edinson Cavani. Of course, he's very much part of the old gang for Uruguay. I wonder whether we're going to see him in El Matador.
Yeah, I think we'll see him at some point.
네, 아니 말씀하시면 돼요. 네.
많이 크게 말고.
자, 제자리 빨리 참석해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 자리에 참석해 주세요.
Places, all the noise, and the Jambalani ball.
It's quite a distinct tournament, that one. And it was pretty fun
자,
watching over.
우리 다시 한번 조금만 인사주시면 감사하겠습니다. 인사주세요. 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 다시 한번 우리 이태원 참사에 대해서 다시 한번 문정하겠습니다. 문정. 바로 이 자리에서 우리 응원전 한번 하겠습니다. 자, 대한민국! 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 자, 시작했습니다. 야, 조금만 크게요. 크게 시작. 대한민국! 더 크게! 대한민국! 소리가 안 나요. 한 번 더! 대한민국!
At the World Cup in a knockout round game back in 2010. 2-1 win, vital win to break South Korean hearts that year. Hasn't had much of a look at so far today as Son turns that to the far set towards Nasang Ho. It's by Napolis Rivera. Looking for Valverde, who's making a lot of forward runs from midfield, licensed to travel in what is his best scoring season so far. All up for grabs for Carlo Bento. His opposite number Diego Alonso. They used to call Alonso Tornado when he was playing. He was a rangy striker playing for Atletico Valencia for a bit. Away, but not very far by Gobi. Picked up by Lee Jae-sung, his son. Just needs the one chance, doesn't he? Song Heung-min. Last year in the Premier League, he shared the golden boot with Mo Salah of Liverpool. He's found it a little bit harder this time. His only Premier League game with goals was a hat-trick when they dropped him after a scoring drought. And he came on against Leicester City and banged in 3 goals in no time. Has been dropped again since. Now goes down around the edge of the box, and the referee sees that as a bit of simulation, and must have done because he waved play on.
Well, one thing we ask of referees always is just be consistent. And in fairness, Clement Turpin has done a good job of just being consistent. You can argue with some of the calls or non-calls, but he's consistently let both teams play and allowed the physicality to happen.
He is one of the top officials in Europe. Indeed, he was given the Champions League final this year. Clement Turpin. Jimenez. Is Bentancur. Times just dropping deep, almost to join the central defenders. It's not gone into the channel. Suarez loses his balance. Nunez. Let's bring some energy and pace to the Uruguayan attack. I think he always has to play ahead of Cavani probably now.
Again, looking for the vertical run. The end of the play, I'm so impressed with Kim Min-jae. His defending in front of him. And South Korea need to. His dropping with good body shape so he can see the play. He's good in build out, physically big. He's become a top player in that role.
You know, they paid about $25 million for him with the money they got from Chelsea for Kalidou Koulibaly. I think he would go for a lot more than that already after just half the season with the club leading the league in Italy. He's one of the reasons they are. Big player for South Korea. The heartbeat of the midfield for the South Koreans. Kim Jin-soo. That's part of South Korea's problem here. They are up against some top-line defenders, even if Godin is getting a little bit long in the two these days. Nunez round the corner to Luis Suarez. Now Valley. One back, importantly, in the midfield where the very busy Lee Jae-sung.
Two fantastic challenges in succession there. First one by Jimenez and the second one by Lee Jae-sung.
Koreans look comfortable on the ball, don't they? This Asian comeback tournament, I wonder. They make a great impression. Only Japan got to the round of 16 among the Asian teams 4 years ago in Russia as the Jimenez challenge.
That's an all or nothing challenge, and risky, but man with his experience knows how to get the timing right. Put out really dangerous opportunity for some.
Jimenez with his 79th cap today for Uruguay. South Korean corner.
Complete opposite type of marking. Uruguay very man-to-man oriented.
I think they might have a look at that here. It looked like a push from here. We'll get another look at that. His Bentancur tries to bring it away, and he's dispossessed. So they found their way around. It was Kim Yong-won with the challenge that time. Let's have a look at this because it's Kim Jin-soo, isn't it, who goes down. We're not waiting. Dr. Joe's watching. Penalty for you. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, looked a long shot, really.
I'm always going to say penalty, you know that.
Well, we've seen a couple, haven't we, already at this World Cup, which probably would have been long shots at first viewing. Never can tell. It's not on a second guess, that's for sure.
No, but in fairness, I didn't think there was a lot there either. I think they got it right.
Yeah. Probably inside, full of goals at Benfica, which got in that big money move to Liverpool. It's been Sadio Mane's replacement, essentially.
This was pretty awkward. And I think maybe worthy of a yellow card there.
Yeah.
Jumbo Young. Late.
I think South Korea have set themselves up here. They're not going to be bullied by Uruguay. So we've got a gritty side of them as well as Valverde plays that one in. Listri comes to take this, I think, Tancur had enough a bit off balance as he hit it. Suarez still keep it in play. And only correction. Touch and go into the hole of the ball with Gormani. You can't give it now though. Casablanca with LA Galaxy. 6 games to them after his move from the Italian club Cagliari. Listri is quick, not that quick though. We're going to have to enter in a greyhound or something to get that.
I'm not sure you say Bolt would have got to that.
Still goalless between Uruguay and South Korea. I think inadvertently I said France instead, didn't I? Just before that.
Well, I certainly haven't seen Kylian Mbappe, so I'm
No.
not sure where you got that one.
Probably could do with it. It's a long tournament. Son is down injured this time, but that's nothing to do with his face. No, I don't think so. Lost his boot in the process.
Oh, it's painful. Both on his hand and his foot, I think.
Been a long road to the top for Son, including a spell in Germany. He was popular there as well, but it's really taken over in the top. A fascinating documentary about the way he explains how hard he was driven by his father all the way through his childhood to become a top player.
Just stepped on the back of his foot there. Again, probably be a yellow card, but as I said before, at least Clement Turpin has been consistent. That certainly hurts.
Yellow card for Caceres.
Oh, yes, they did give me a first one of the match.
Trying to keep the cards in their pocket. Whatever is don't want is to have half a players on the pitch and half an hour of the game. If you could get a slightly faster situation developing, that confirmation again is 105 cap for Son. Taking a couple of broken legs to keep him out of the World Cup. Maybe it's explained his poorish run for Tottenham this season, that he maybe had one eye on this World Cup, and just subconsciously. That would be true of a few players, wouldn't it, Landon?
I'm not even sure it's subconscious. You can't help but be excited about what you
dreamt about since you were a kid. So I think all players think about it, and especially this year with it being in November, we only had probably 8 to 12 club games before the World Cup. So you want to get into form, but you absolutely want to be careful because you don't want to miss the tournament.
This time they're looking to launch it long. Pelistri has a little bit of defensive work to do as well as his wing play, as is the norm in the modern game. Is Valverde. Oliveira inside. They wasted that big opportunity when they had a 4 against 3 with a poor ball from Oliveira, but Nunez could have been in, and then Godin hit the post. Uruguay might have stolen the lead, but they haven't. South Korea is still very much in business. Later today, by the way, on Fox, Ronaldo and Portugal facing Ghana in their opening game, followed by Neymar's Brazil against Serbia, all coming up next on Fox. Fascinating to see what Brazil are made of. South Korea again. Is a danger, big danger, and he's got license to do that because others have got a cover for him further back, and that's exactly what's happening with Kim Yang-won making the covering tackle. This for Ulsan, South Korean side. Every minute he played in the campaign 4 years ago. Well, we've been talking about him. He's coming on any moment. Edinson Cavani, one of the great strikers of European football over the last decade or more. Scored 3 goals in the competition back in 2018, 2 against Portugal, 1 against Russia.
It's something I think will help Uruguay create more chances, better chances, and pass it out bounces. They have 3, 4, 5 guys underneath the ball, meaning everybody on South Korea is behind the ball. When they do make progress, sometimes it's not the players forward to create chances. That's why we haven't seen a ton, especially in the second half.
Interested to see who makes way, whether there's going to be any change of shape. Cavani coming on for his appearance. It'll be a 4th World Cup for him. Now Sang-ho taking it wide to the fullback, Kim Won. Both fullbacks have been proper for South Korea, but again, just a little careless with the pass, broken up again by Uruguay. Starts to look as if one moment of inspiration or maybe one big mistake might settle things here. Score with pressure. Again, the crosses are great. Still Cavani waits. Turning ball. Looking for the return ball. Not really away by the Uruguayans. More energy about South Korea at this point. Gather it in. Otherwise, that might have been interesting. Valverde, he's dropped as well. Going along. Nunez. He's got the pace. He's got inside. It's Nunez.
40 yards into Nunez's path. Looks like one of the South Korean defenders is down. Look at this, Ian. Bang. I played with an Englishman who could do similar things. You might have heard of him. Mr. Beckham.
Yeah.
Make passes like that.
That's what you call defense splitting, isn't it? It's Luis Suarez, by the way, was going to come up if you watch the save again, which was a routine one in the end. Didn't really have too much support up there with him. No goals today for Luis Suarez, so it's a striker for a striker. One member of the old firm being swapped with another one. Cavani on for his 134th cap. 58 goals to his name in that famous shirt.
Looks like it's Kim Min-jae who's down, and that would be a massive loss. He had to come off the field. See him slip here.
Yeah. Nasty moment, Nunez closing in. That's the speed of Nunez if you give him that kind of opportunity. It looks like he's still struggling a bit, doesn't it? And that's a very important player for South Korea, Kim Min-jae. I will not want him going off unless it is absolutely essential. Not with Cavani around.
Looks like he's grabbing his calf, and if that's muscular, that could be a big problem.
He's back on now. Keep an eye on that. Whether they just let him give it a go, or whether he feels all right, we'll see. Straight away he's given the ball. Oliveira to deal with that one. Picked up by Bentancur. His friend Antonio Conte, of course, at Tottenham Hotspur, having made the move from Juventus. Wang Hee-jo had that wonderful chance in the first half, best chance of the night for South Korea, and he just rather rushed it. Casillas. Almost looks, doesn't it, some of these games, opening games, as if the points have to be quarried.
It's like everyone's scared to lose the game. Not willing to take too many risks. That certainly changes in the second and third game.
Because winning the group is a good prize here, because if you win this group, it's likely you avoid Brazil. It would be big favorites to win theirs, and you take on the second team in that group, likely being Switzerland or Serbia. You think, second guessing, it's this group's worth winning more than some others, put it that way. They just trapped that guy and handed it back.
I'm not quite sure about that.
Joe, hold it up, round it up. How many sky blue shirts are around in there? Misunderstanding in the Uruguayan midfield. Frustrating for Alistri, who's been overtaken really at Manchester United by the Argentine youngster Alejandro Garnacho, who came up with a winning goal at Fulham the other day. Alistri's been made to wait because Garnacho has put his head above the parapet there. One back here is Vecino. Oliveira. Nunez. Oliveira do get the cross away this time, away by Lee Jae-sung. Disappointing really from Uruguay. So strange one from Valverde. Actually has fallen to the 20-year-old Pelistri on this side. Black Friday brings us England against the USA. Don't miss it. Coverage beginning at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific.
Cannot wait for that tomorrow, Ian. What a big game.
He's going to start to go straight away. Valverde to help it on. I think Cavani had some better movement and craft to Uruguay's attacking work. He's a clever striker, always has been. Loves this stage. He's another one who's 35 now. Cody picked that Pichu a ball earlier on Nunez. Now Pelistri. Neither of these two teams take this game by the scruff of the neck and claim all 3 points. And the youngster wins it back well. Here's Oliveira. Nunez. Nunez's move to Europe. It's a nice story. Helped to buy his parents a very nice home back home. Really thank you for all the work they did as he was on his way through. At least reached them well that time on the wrong side. Not quite across he would have wanted. Song going long. Eventually he gets that out from Ricochet. It was almost a sort of screech of "Where are you?" from Godin. I think there to his keeper.
It was so good. He used his body just to shield Wang Guizhou from getting there. For young kids watching at home, making contact and impeding the run is so important. You did a great job there.
There can't be anything left to teach about defense that Godin doesn't know.
He's forgotten more today than all that.
Huge player throughout the years for Uruguay. Started directing operations back there. Still been one of their better players as well today. Pelistri again. He's coming back. Jose Jimenez to play this one, and again the defending is good from careless. South Korea trying to build up the right-hand side now. Just the release ball for Uruguay. Pelistri, they're finding him a lot. Can he find a way past the impressive left back Kim Jin-soo? Here's Jacob Goody. It's a stalemate at the moment, isn't it? That's for sure.
Yeah, Uruguay starting to pin South Korea in a little bit, though.
And Jules Nunez, he's tall, but not that tall.
And Oliveira ends up being the extra man because Nunez makes those darting runs, slashing runs through the middle, and it's leaving Oliveira. They've hit him a few times, but I think they can keep going back to that well.
A couple of subs coming up. We're going to see Cho Gu-sung forward with 16 caps. Quite a few players in this squad who play for Yeongbuk. Famous K-League club. So Wang Wei-jo will go off and he'll have one or two recurring nightmares, I think, about that chance. So his place taken by Cho Gu-sung. It looks like Na Sang-ho coming off as well. South Korean media and fans to give him a chance. A player who was discovered on a reality TV show when he was 8 years old, so he's been famous for quite a long time. Creative type.
Well, another gentleman who's been famous for a long time, Stuart Holden, will know him well due to his ties with Mallorca.
Yeah.
And I've watched a lot of their games as well. I think he certainly deserves a chance, and now he gets it.
Here he is on the ball, right on cue. Rock leg landed. He's got a shot straight away as well. He's Song on there. They want the free kick here. Look at they'll get it. Wang and Boom going down there. Stays down 2.
Here's a deflected shot. Eventually it arrives to Sung. May have been offside. His footwork here is so clever. Sets up Cáceres. When you need a runner across the near post to freeze the goalkeeper, move the back line. And Cho Gyung-sung kind of just stood and made it a little too predictable.
Positive substitutions being made. Nunez chasing, I think he's going to be part of the Uruguay team for some time to come. The Liverpool man. How big a career he can have at Anfield, well, we'll find out. This is his first season. Maybe Jurgen Klopp. And the Uruguay making changes too. Nicolas de la Cruz, who's a set-piece specialist, among other things. River Plate player. He's going to play wide, maybe to take the place of Police Street on the right. Would be favourite, we'll see though. Two teams trying to turn 1 point into 3. 3 would be absolute gold dust in the context of the competition. A 3-game group put forward by Jung Woo Young. The chase was Cho Wei Song. It's a lively start.
Little clipped ball around the corner with his left foot. Difficult to strike that cleanly. You can either slice it, much like your golf swing in to the left, or you can hook it, much like my golf swing to the right. He did the latter.
And you're right about the golf swing. He's the K-League top scorer this season, 17 goals. That has just come on. Cho Gyung-sung. They gave him the number 9 shirt as well. I suppose if they give you the number 9 shirt, you might think you were in the coach's mind as a starter. Maybe it doesn't work like that anymore. De La Cruz saw him on the right there. Off comes Vecino, and off comes Oliveira as well. Oliveira was playing in the left back position. Vina will go and play there. De La Cruz, of course, a more attacking type further forward. See if that makes any difference. Changes to the cast list. 18th cap for De La Cruz.
Well, they brought up a holding midfielder and a left back. Brought another left back. Brian De La Cruz is very much an attacking player, so it tells you that Diego Alonso wants to go for it here in the last 15 minutes or so.
De La Cruz has gone out on the left-hand side. One of the prep games against Canada, he scored with a terrific free kick. Something the set piece specialist, whether Uruguay have an opportunity like that and what time remains, well, we'll see. Too much value to do. It looks like Kim Min-jae, happily for South Korea, is okay after that injury. That England-USA getting the word is that Harry Kane will be all right, despite the ankle scab he had earlier in the week. Kim Young-won. Trying to drop that one in behind to USA. Going on. Absolutely nothing that ministry to do with that. Return of World Cup tonight. Don't forget that. All the day's highlights. Special guest World Cup fun with Kekatu, Moedu, and America's World Cup special fan, Chad Ochosiko, who came to the games and telling us about all his experiences with the fans I view it all. That's tonight, midnight on Fox. Into football, Cavani looking to find a bit of space. He's done well there. Nunez in the just right was the answer.
It looked like it deflected, but I think it's more the way he hit it. Just kind of came off his foot, had a little bit weird. Cavani almost on the end of it. He had Vina coming around the outside too. I think if he had known and seen him, he could have rolled him in. But you're never going to fault that man for cutting in on his right and shooting.
Cavani wasn't that far away. You could see on the replay, just getting a little nick on that, which might have set it goalwards. It would have been deliberate had he done that as well. I've seen it too often. Just getting to that point though now, aren't we, with this game where both of these teams will be thinking really deep down, well, let's take the point and get out of here. Make sure it's not their points.
My guess is that Uruguay push a little harder to try to win the game. Just from an expectations standpoint, they are expected to be the better team and win. But they don't want to lose the game, that's for sure. We've talked a lot about percentages of advancing based on how you do in this opening game. 11% chance of advancing if you lose the first game. So you certainly don't want to do that.
That's what happened to South Korea 4 years ago. They lost the first time out to Sweden. Then once that happens, you're really chasing it and under pressure. 3 substitutions made by both teams so far. Son Jun-ho from Shandong Chinese club. So come on while you're looking at one of those replays. Well, he's got a knock. Uruguay will remember that they won in late 4 years ago on their opening assignment against Egypt. Truth of the matter is, so far, London, neither team's quite done enough.
No, but there have been big chances on both ends. Godin up the post. South Korea quite a big chance in the first half. Lack of finishing quality. It's been a good game as far as 0-0s go.
With more intent from Uruguay now than Hernandez. That's a heavy ball to end what could have been a promising attack. Then Tankura got forward. He has been scoring goals lately for Tottenham.
And Nunez is so upset with himself. You know he missed it there. That's an easy pass for a player of this quality.
I think you're right, Landon. South Korea might be rather more pleased with the way that Uruguay would. Both with Ghana and Portugal to play. Ghana with the youngest squad at the World Cup. Might get Sonia on the end of anything, but he's lasted pretty well with the facial injury. Not comfortable wearing the mask, of course, but needs must. Six minutes remaining, plus whatever the referee is going to add on. It was only a minute at the end of the first half. I don't know whether the word's gone out in official circles that it's been a little ridiculous how much time has been added on, and to maybe just trim it a bit. Don't know that. That's you get secret discussions about all that kind of thing. But they're always reviewing everything, that's for certain. It was carried on with a run from right back. He wanted Feedy there, broken in behind. Indian one. Broken up by Bentancur, promising. Look like clear since he's come on. Replace Suarez for the next games. Probably depends on whether the Vicky's got 90 minutes in him or whether he can be a starter. A little bit short of game time.
You can see them going 60, 60, 60 in each game. You can see Suarez starting this one, Cavani in the second game, and then Suarez again.
Sounds like a plan. This one will do score. Valverde. Uruguay with attacking players out there. They haven't got De La Cruz into it yet since he came on. Godin showing his prowess as a long passer. Here is De La Cruz. A lot of the ball now, South Korea just heading back a little. Uruguay patient, probing, waiting for the opening. And Tankura thought about the cross now, he delivers it for Bali. Top balance is on play.
Well, another good attacking sequence by Uruguay, and I think Cavani watches that one back. I think if he could have taken a step back, planted his foot in the ground, get to a better position, he's not running backwards to head that. Ultimately, that made it too difficult to get on ball.
Change by Uruguay. On there, number 13, Guillermo Varela. He plays for Flamengo. He's monitoring the sequence because he's never scored for club or country in his career. So there. Right back position. Yellow late on for Cho Yu-song for that.
Actually, he's playing as a right side midfielder. Earlier, the signal was that Uruguay was going to go for it. This would be a more pragmatic approach than not losing.
Jimenez. Spread by Varela. Didn't stay in play. Yes, it did for Cavani. Nunez now playing down the centre to La Cruz. Valverde invited to shoot.
What a strike this is. Gets it out from under his feet. Watch the movement on this ball again.
머리 맞고 골대 맞았어.
Kim Sung-kyu is happy to see that hit the woodwork.
Gotta say, that is unlucky. It won't be a surprise to him. Big Uruguay fan, and if you watch Real Madrid on a regular basis, check out the goal he scored in the Clasico this season. Exploding into the roof of the net from way up. That nearly settled it.
Madrid's had some really dicey moments with his feet today. After a really strong second half. That would have been devastating.
Yeah, pretty relief there, wasn't it? I think the goalkeeper nearly threw it all away, hanging on a plate. Nunez to spread it wide. Valverde having such a stellar season. Versatile as well. Going to be a man to pull it out of the fire for Uruguay. Unlike Cavani, who's gone for a return ball from Nunez. Uruguay looking as big a threat as they ever have at any point in the game over the last 5-10 minutes or so. Goals between these two experienced World Cup teams. 90 World Cup matches between them. Let's now get to Cavani. Attempted right there by Lee Kang-in. Snapped out. Valverde was doing the defensive side of his job this time.
와, 완전히 그냥 뭉쳐졌구만. 와.
Look how pumped up he is.
뭐야,
Breathing fire. Valverde.
Certainly tell what it means to him.
What a goal that would have been to win it. That shot which I think he left the post and crossbar shaking for a minute or two after it hit. Noisy fans from the famous footballing nation of Uruguay. Population 3 million, so that's around the size of Chicago, isn't it, Landon?
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable. A country not that small in population. But what a tradition, history. Yeah, we saw Diego Forlan earlier. The respect he got from all the media. Really fun to watch.
Pete Trevino is a substitute.
This was a big missed opportunity, and for some reason, Son, as that ball went wide, didn't make a run into the box, and he was a second late. I think if he was anticipating it earlier, might have tapped it in front of the goal. You wonder if maybe it was fitness of not playing for 3 weeks. That's normally the type of run he'd make.
You might be feeling it a bit this late in the game that was not going to take him off because he is very much their main man. Seven minutes of a good time. We'll be back to normal service with that, aren't we? That's us. That's the Valverde, but again, it's worth another look. Short backlift as well. Tremendous power.
You can see why Tony Cruz speaks about the way he does. Both sides of the ball, that kind of strike, and then making a tackle like that. That's a top player.
Here he is again. Underway by Casalas. For Nunez to chase. There'll be a chase that's in vain. One by Varela, that header. De La Cruz. Left-sided position. There'll be a corner late on. It was from a corner. Remember that Godin hit the post with a header in the first half. Is there something still left in this game? Is there still 1 bit of drama, 1 bit of juice? Nasty moment if you support South Korea. Defending a corner. Last gasp. Godin is in there again, says Jimenez. Delivery has to be right there. Look, a half-decent team, don't they? South Korea. It would be easy to beat them for any team in this group. This might be very, very tight, I would say. Portugal and Ghana are these two countries. Jordan doesn't really do that too well. He helps him out. That's interesting. Finding him conducting the orchestra. And the South Korean fans come and make some noise, he says. We need it happens. De La Cruz. Good ball. Cavani. Where can they take this? Varela. Referee does give
I'm not sure about this. All the plays he's let go. Yeah, I have no idea what he saw there. Interesting call from Japan.
Unless he just inadvertently tripped him, because intent doesn't come into it, does it, in the eyes of the referees? So it is pretty much academic, I think. Looks good for that. Alberto, the Portuguese international in charge for 4 years of South Korea. He's been planning this game, planning this campaign for that long. They hit the angle of the post and bar. And it ends goals. Coming up on Fox Sport 1, it's Skip and Shannon on Undisputed. World Cup.